Happy Chuseok and welcome to Coffee with Alan. The happiness cup because I am wishing everybody the happiest of Chuseok holiday, which is the Korean Thanksgiving. It's celebrated actually over a couple days, today being the primary day, but it's a several day long holiday in the fall. It changes dates each year because it's based on the moon, and it's a Thanksgiving, the end of the season harvest type of holiday, usually celebrated with a large meal and family gatherings. And I wish I was in Korea right now because you don't get much better eating than Korean Chuseok. It's a fantastic meal when it's served. I've been there numerous Chuseoks way back from in the army when I was invited by a Korean family to celebrate with them. And then after being married, and living in Korea, my wife's family, their get-togethers, just fantastic food. More food than anybody can eat, and it's just a lot of it and great stuff. So everybody's celebrating. I hope you have a fantastic holiday. And we all want to remember what the purpose behind the holiday is, and that's to celebrate family, be thankful. They also will usually honor their ancestors, maybe parents and other relatives that have been deceased. There's a time to honor them as well. Just a wonderful holiday. So I want to wish everybody a happy Chuseok. And then today I wanted to talk a little bit about who do you want to be and what do you want to be known for? And this is inspired by me making it big enough that somebody mocked me in one of my TikTok videos, which is pretty cool. I mean, if they're gonna watch it and spend enough time to actually make a new video mocking me, hey, I'm making it. I'm getting out there a little bit more. And it was funny because the guy that mocked me, it was my video in front of the Rocky statue, which I happened to be wearing this Tommy Bahama shirt that day when we were just seeing different sights in Philadelphia. My daughter, wife, and I, we saw a bunch of different things. We were out just having fun in Philadelphia that day. And one of the stops was the Rocky statue and the museum there in Philadelphia. And I made a little TikTok video reel about, taking punches and keep moving forward. And this individual that wanted to mock me, when his first comment was he called me Tony Robbins, which I wish I was, as popular as Tony Robbins. So is that a mock, an insult, or a compliment? I'll take it as the compliment. But then he said something about my salmon shirt. And I almost replied to him, but I thought it wasn't worth it. But I would have replied, it's not salmon. The Tommy Bahama tag clearly said this was a pink shirt. And I don't have a problem with it. If you've watched a lot of my videos, you know that I have a large collection of Tommy Bahama shirts. I'm sure I have over 20 different Tommy Bahama long sleeve, short sleeve, t-shirts, polos. I have a collection of Tommy Bahama clothes. I like them. And one of them is pink, the one I'm wearing today, the one I wore that day in Philadelphia. But it was just sort of funny. And then he went on asking me when I was going to make Shallow Hal 2, which starred Jack Black, an awesome entertainer. I like Jack Black. Tony Robbins had the guest appearance in that movie and such. So I'd love to make a movie of that scale. Regardless, he had his fun. Okay. I don't care. It doesn't hurt me. But then I thought about it and I looked at a couple other of his videos. And that made me think, and that's what the message today will be. Before I give that message, I do want to say good morning to Jay and Vicky. They're here and appreciate them showing up. I want to say good morning to Jeffrey. I appreciate him. And he says, Chuseok, is that Korean for Sukkot? I'm not sure what that second word is off the top of my head, but Chuseok is the holiday that we're having right now in Korea for the Korean Thanksgiving. And Dixon put the Chuseok in Korean letters there, right there, spelling it. And Korean being one of the Dixon being a Korean martial artist, he's familiar with the Korean holidays and language as well. Well, let's get back to the lesson that I thought of with this guy, calling my shirt salmon when it's really pink and, sort of mocking me a little bit, which was cool. But I looked at some of his other videos and it seems that's all he does is he goes through TikTok, he finds videos, and then he mocks the people in the videos. Sometimes a lot more vulgar and worse than what he did to me, which, thankfully he wasn't that bad to me. So cool. Is that the kind of person he really would like to be known for? As somebody that just mocks others and that's how he spends his time? Is that what would make his mom and dad proud when he was a little boy, thinking, yes, our little boy is going to grow up and he's going to make videos mocking people and sort of being an ass on social media? I mean, we need to think about that with everything that we post and do. Is that how we want to be represented? Is that what we want to be known for? Going to stop for a moment. Kellen says, morning. I appreciate you being here, Kellen. Good morning to you. Kellen says, is that pink or salmon? I already answered that, Kellen. You should have been here on time. It is pink. The Tommy Bahama tag said so. And Dixon says, I think you look pretty in pink. Well, thank you, Dixon. I used to wear hot pink workout shorts to the gym way back in the 90s, a little bit after college. And I remember, and I'd have hot pink t-shirts at times, never at the same time. I'd have one or the other. And I had a buddy who was a former Marine, and he's like, yeah, of course Alan wears pink. Who's going to say anything to him? And so I've not worried about wearing a pink shirt. It's Tommy Bahama, but it was just sort of funny that he had to mock that. Kellen smiles and laughs about being late and about being pink. Well, let's get back to the lesson. What kind of person do you want to be known for by your posting and the things that you present yourself and how you present yourself? I try to make sure that everything I post is positive, and it will either be motivational, educational, and that could be on life, it could be on safety, it could be on self-defense, martial arts. I mean, the things that I'm passionate about, the things that I put in my newsletter, so the things I put on my different websites. Everything I post tries to have a message that I would be proud of people saying, that represents Alan. That positive message represents Alan. That safety message represents Alan. That instruction on martial arts represents Alan. That tip on being successful or communicating better or being the best person you could be, that represents Alan. I don't want to be known for negative this, depressing that, or anything of that kind of sort. So I do my absolute best to make sure everything that I present and put out there fits who and what I want to be known for. Jay says, good point. Appreciate Jay. Appreciate that. So what do you want to be known for? And it's not that posting something funny and trying to be humorous is bad. I know a lot of people that post funny and humorous things, and they are sort of known for that, but they're not mocking others. They're not being detrimental and mean and stuff. Because I saw some of this guys, he wasn't mean to me. It was just, whatever. But some of the things that he did were a little bit more mean to people. And so, I know people that are funny, that can be humorous and funny without being mean to people, without mocking people, without being derogatory against others, without being negative. There's a difference. And so what do you want to be known for? And is everything you're doing online and in your life representative of that? Are you representing yourself the way you want to be known? If you're going through and making negative comments, or, you're posting a negative thing once in a while, is that what you really want to be? I mean, you could have a whole bunch of positive stuff and one negative, and that'll come back to bite you. People remember that. I mean, look at people that have said something, 10, 20 years ago on social media, and it comes back to haunt them when they become famous or so forth, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. I don't think we should be judging people today by maybe something they said 20 years ago, but that's a whole nother talk. But the fact is, things can come back. And so I want you to be an exceptional person and live an exceptional life, and make sure that what you are doing online and in person represents that. Because we don't want to be known as mediocre. We don't want to be known as negative. We don't want to be known as the asshole that did that. We don't want to be known as the jerk that did that, or the bitch that did that. We want people to talk good about us when we're gone and when we're not there. And we do that by being exceptional in everything we do. And that includes social media posts. It includes comments. It includes the way we behave and act with others when we're out and about. So think about that and make sure that everything you do is helping you be exceptional, and go out and make it a fantastic, fabulous Friday. And we'll see you tomorrow.